my favorite palette ever, Urban Decay's Naked 2 palette. I actually, bleh, I'm so excited I can't talk. All the dupes that you're about to see, these are things that I already had in my makeup collection. They were just random eyeshadows that I had. So you guys probably already know there's 12 shades in the Naked 2 palette, and I actually have a bag filled of the drugstore products that I'm going to show you guys, and I only have 7 products in here. So there's a couple of the like trios or whatever, like eyeshadows, that I've actually used a couple of those shadows that look exactly like some shadows in here, which I think is pretty cool. And the products that are in here are from e.l.f., Rimmel London, NYX Cosmetics, L'Oreal, Hard Candy, and Profusion. So there might be a couple products that you guys aren't so familiar with. The most expensive product I have in here is from Hard Candy, and it's $6. And the cheapest products that I have in here were only $1. And also the whole total for this, like everything in this bag, was $20. So I think that's pretty cool. Alright, so the first shadow in the palette is called FOXY, and it's just an off-white neutral color. And for this one, I have a product from e.l.f. And this is their quad, and it's called the Brightening Eye Color, and it's in Butternut. And altogether, I'm using 3 colors from this little guy that's in the Urban Decay palette. So on the left, I have FOXY, and on the right, I have the dupe from e.l.f. The second color in the Naked 2 palette is called Half Baked, and I'm actually using a Glam shadow stick from NYX Cosmetics. So this little guy is only $4.50, and I think it looks very, very similar to Half Baked, which is one of my favorite colors in the Urban Decay palette. So again, on the left I have Half Baked, and on the right I have the dupe. So the next shadow in the palette is called BOOTYCALL, and I actually had a little bit of trouble trying to find this one, but then I remembered I had this product from Hard Candy. And this is actually the most expensive product that I have in this video from Hard Candy. This was $6, and you get 2 shadows, and they're very shimmery colors. So again, on the left I have the BOOTYCALL, and then on the right I have the dupe for it. Alright, so the next shadow in this palette is my favorite color in the entire palette. So I had a lot of trouble, again, trying to find this one, but I actually have a product from L'Oreal that I really, really think is very, very similar. So this shadow is called Gilded Bronze from L'Oreal, and I picked it up for $2.99 from Walmart. And again, I have the shadow on the left and then the dupe on the right. So the next shadow is TEASE, and this is the one that I had the most trouble. I know I keep saying that, I promise. I'm not going to say that for every shade. This is the one I had the most trouble finding. I don't know why. It's just like a light brown kind of color, but it has like, I think it has like a hint, like a tiny, tiny shade of purple to it. So maybe like just the tone of purple with this one. And I actually found this one from Rimmel London, and this one was $4.99 at Ulta. So here's the trio from Rimmel London, and I've actually had this for a while. I'm noticing that I've hit pan on several of these products in this video. But here is TEASE, and this is the only shadow that I found that I couldn't find spot on. As you can notice, the dupe is actually a little bit more brown, and TEASE is a little bit more purple. Okay, so I'm going back to my e.l.f. product that you guys saw earlier. This is the Brightening Eye Color in Butternut, and this is the next one that I found. So this shade is Snakebite, and as you can see, the colors look very similar in the palettes. And then here's the swatches. Again, the left one is Snakebite, and then the right is Dupe. So the next shade is Suspect, and this one I'm actually going back to my Hard Candy piece again. I'm using the light shade again. I know you guys are like, that's cheating, that's not fair, it's the same shade. So going back to my Hard Candy eyeshadows, I'm actually going to add water to the light shade that I've already used for another swatch, but they look so similar, so I had to do it again. But again, if you add water to it, it looks a little bit different, and I think it looks more like Suspect. And the next shade is Pistol, and I'm actually taking a color from Profusion. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Profusion, but I'm going to go ahead and link them down below. I'm going to link all of these down below. But I got this for $1.49, I believe. Yeah, at Walgreens. There's actually 2 shades that I'm using from this palette that are very similar to the ones in the Naked 2 palette. So for Pistol, I picked out this gray color in this palette because I think it's very spot on. So again, here's the swatches. And let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section. Pistol, it's maybe just a little bit darker, but I think they look pretty similar. And then I'm taking that palette again, and I'm actually going to use this one for VERVE. So the next shadow is YDK, and I know what you guys are thinking, oh my gosh, what are you doing? But I'm actually using the dark shade from the Hard Candy Duo piece. Again, this is the 3rd time I've used this in this video, and I think the dark brown color is exactly like YDK. So here's the products side by side, and as you can tell, again, they look so similar. So here's the swatches. Again, the left is YDK, and then the right is Dupe. I think they look very, very similar. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And then for the second to last shade in the Naked 2 palette, I used Butternut from e.l.f. again. This one is for Busted, and this is what they look like. I think they look like the same exact shadow. And this is the last shadow in the Naked 2 palette. This is Blackout, and I chose a shadow from e.l.f. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you found this helpful if you're trying to find like some shades that are in the Naked 2 palette, or if you're trying to find, I don't know, I like finding cheaper alternatives to everything. I think if you can find a cheaper alternative, whether it's like making something yourself or going out and finding like the cheaper version of something else, because I love drugstore makeup so much. I love the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette also, so I thought this was a really fun video to do, just trying to find the swatches, and I was surprised at how similar these colors really are to each other, the drugstore and the high-end stuff. So yeah, again, I hope you found this helpful. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!